Welcome back to Quantreef.com. Bitcoin sitting right at 64,969, basically glued to session VWAP, which makes this a genuinely interesting spot to break down. We'll walk through liquidity, support and resistance, VWAP, Fibonacci, fair value gaps, positioning, and where this likely goes over the next several hours. Price is parked almost exactly on session VWAP at 64,966, which tells you there's no real directional conviction right now. That's a neutral read. Both anchored VWAPs, from the swing high near 63,930 and the swing low near 64,012, sit below current price, so buyers have been defending value from the last swing. Momentum's flat, structure's still constructive above those anchors, but nobody's pressing hard either way. The nearest liquidation pool above is at 65,552, carrying about 1.7 billion in notional, less than 1% away. That's the strongest wall on the board and a magnet if buyers get any follow-through. Below, there's a comparably sized pool at 64,520, sitting just under 70 basis points away. Price often runs at the nearer, bigger pool first to grab stops before reversing, so both sides here are live. On the panel, resistance 1 sits at 65,366, then 66,938, then 68,215 further out. Below, support is the 1-hour swing low at 64,155, with the stop-loss level marked at 63,883. Given stop-hunt risk reads high here, I'd expect the nearer levels on both sides to get tested before anything decisive, and a clean break of that 64,155 support is what would flip the read bearish. Below price, there's an unfilled 4-hour bull gap between 64,464 and 64,788, barely 0.5% away. That's the nearest magnet. Further down, another bull gap sits near 63,600. Above, the daily bear gaps up near 67.5 and 73,400 are much further out. On Fibonacci, price is inside the range, hovering close to the 0.382 retracement at 64,188. Given how close that lower fair value gap sits, price is more likely to react to it first before Fibonacci levels come into play. The card grades this a watch, N at 71, HTS at 56, so it's not quite a high conviction setup yet. Order flow and trend structure are carrying the score at 78+, while institutional positioning at 32 and volatility at 25 are dragging it down. Retail longs sit at 53%, top accounts at 55, and the 4-hour taker flow is heavily long, 69 to 31. That's a crowded long tape, which leaves longs more exposed if price slips. With takers running 69% long and that 4-hour bull gap sitting just below at 64,788, a quick dip to sweep that gap and the 64,520 pool looks like the more probable first move, shaking out over leveraged longs before any real decision. If buyers defend that zone, the path opens back toward the 65,552 wall and then target one at 65,366. If sellers push through 64,155, that crowded long positioning could unwind fast toward the stop cluster near 63,883. Bullish case confirms above 65,366, invalidated below 64,155. Bearish case confirms below that swing low, invalidated on reclaim of session VWAP near 64,966. So we're sitting right at a decision point, and whichever side takes the nearer liquidity pool first probably dictates the next real leg. If this kind of breakdown helps, drop a like and subscribe, and remember Quantreef.com runs this same 9-layer grade, probability read and liquidity map across over 100 coins, with a 7-day trial available. This is for educational purposes only, not financial advice.